or someone else is no longer satisfied by superficial things and are now gaining the strength to pull away in search of depth. This is recorded for a particular day. Please keep in mind that these readings are timeless, so whenever you come across it, you're meant to find it, and there may be a message within for you. Hello everyone, it's Amanda with Orchid Divinations, and I'm here with your message of the day. So in today's read, I'm seeing that this is either about you, or if it's not your situation, I'm seeing that this could be a person you may have a close connection to, such as a good friend or a counterpart. So take today's read as it applies for you. So here I'm seeing someone who feels a bit stuck at the moment. They're trying to summon up the courage or to summon up the strength to remove themselves from people, situations, or a lifestyle that outwardly and structurally seems appealing, or that usually holds a sense of fulfillment for others from a bit more of a superficial standpoint. The reason they feel the need to break away or to remove themselves is just as in this imagery here. It isn't providing this person anything in the sense of nourishment. These things seem to lack any sort of substance for this person. Some of these items or lifestyles may have even been offered or handed down to this person. Maybe this is just a generational concept as to how they should structure their life and the outward appearance that it should take. As you can see, it's shiny and silver and in the shape of something that looks nourishing, which is the shape of this fish, but it's hollow. It only looks like a fish, has the outward structure that's again appealing. These items, connections, or lifestyle leaves this person craving more, seeking more, feeling a bit empty. And this is because this person is actually someone who carries a lot of depth within themselves, represented here by the King of Cups. Whether this is you or another, and regardless of whether you are male or female, this person that I'm reading here resonates in this King of Cups energy. This person has an idealized picture in their head of what harmonious connections or friendships could or should be like for them. What connections that carry a degree of depth would look like, a partner or friend or just a soul tribe that can meet them on the same level of depth, emotionally or energetically, just like these dolphins playing around in the depth of the sea. I get the sense, however, that they don't expose this desire openly because it's different and ill-fitting of this more superficial surrounding this person finds themselves in. But they are really starting to feel the emptiness or unfulfillment of these people, places, or things. Mind you, again, that this can be you or someone you know. And if it's someone you know, you may be one of the rare few who know or sense the deeper side of this person. Or you just intuit that this deeper side is there within them, that they don't let others know or see. Despite holding this picture, craving this bond that is, again, not found in these present people or surroundings. For some reason, I'm hearing the sound of these dolphins, how they talk in those pitches and frequencies, and that's what this person craves, is someone who they can communicate with in the same language or frequency as them, rather than hollowly connecting where they are. It looks again with this hand here. This was either a handed down lifestyle, observed from how family or community have been, or these were things or items physically gifted to this person perhaps, if their family had money, for instance, or things that were bestowed upon them, raises or gifts in the workplace. I'm just getting the sense of things being handed down, gifted, even if, as I said, if that was just a handed down way of life. And I think in that nature that it was given, it sort of kept this person bonded and stuck here. I'm almost sensing a feeling of don't bite the hand that feeds you, or kind of a sense of I should be grateful, or a sense that since this is fitting for these others that I see, I should try to also search for the same satisfaction that I see others take in these surroundings. But unlike these others, this person again is a person of great depth, a greater capacity of feeling or thinking that seems to kind of set them apart. I'm getting a strong sense that although they always tried to explore or find a deeper sense of meaning even as a child, there is an even greater calling and craving for a deeper sense of meaning and fulfillment now that has been stronger and louder in this moment than it ever has been before. For some reason, they are seeing the lack of all these things more clearly than they ever have. I'm kind of getting a sense, however, that this person may be feeling a bit defeated at this time. They may have tried to extricate themselves from some of these things or tried to isolate themselves from some of these people or things or places. I see either they have recently done this or have tried doing this several times prior for some. Or they could be in the process of this extrication as we speak for the first or the billionth time. The air of defeat I'm feeling is that as they pulled away and tried to find more meaning or purpose, it caused some loss in the process. Because these things or people were more of a shallow nature or just engaged with this King of Cups on a shallow level, it may have severed connections or ties that the King of Cups didn't really want to lose per se. But these people or aspects of this older lifestyle had no problem shutting out or turning their back on this person the more this person tried to withdraw, either within themselves or to withdraw in order to explore and seek out more beyond this. I just heard like Beauty and the Beast, Windbell saying, there must be more to this provincial life. This turning of backs could have left this person feeling shut out or extremely isolated more so than ever before, because even though there was no real substance here, they lost the few connections or things that defined what they've always known, and it's like they couldn't get very far in their search for depth because they were provided for in some way here. They at least had something or these someones, despite the lack. It's as though in order to become higher up or climb this tower of status, comfort, or importance that these others sit on, they had to just kind of get used to this and to acquiesce. But it meant engaging in these things that again left them feeling very unfulfilled and empty. They don't feel warmth in these places, no real connection, and even when they try to engage, it still seems as though backs are slightly turned because this nature is still within them, whether they hide it or not, and that gives them the energy of a black sheep. They just don't resonate the same as these others. I'm seeing that as this black cat is kind of separated and away, again that black sheep. This person wants to go their own way, yet they know that fitting in is more strategic if they want to have a place in their current known world. So to stand out and to really honor this deeper, intuitive, empathic side in a more shallow environment that's based on surface level accomplishments or superficial relationships, platonic, family, and romantic, ways that fit a mold of something ideal. To stand out and to do so was to them more of a false victory, the meaning of the Five of Swords. Standing out or giving into this deeper side would seemingly cast them out or cause them to lose. But my question is, if this offers nothing and this king is starved for true depth and meaning, what is really the loss here? If this is more of a desire for more depth in a romantic relationship, this person is wanting to be done with perhaps outwardly appealing people, whether that's appealing as in others' looks or appealing in their status level or both. And they're now craving deep connection. This picture that they've had in the back of their mind, they're wanting to give and receive a deeper cup, one that actually holds something. Again, all of this sits within them and lies beneath the surface. This moon in this deck speaks to that hidden nature of this person, which again lies beneath the surface. This person seems to be more intuitively or energetically and empathetically in tuned than they let on or appear. For some reason, they've tried to mimic something more shallow or structurally appealing in whatever way that was, just to try to fit in. There is something here about regaining strength and taking back their power. They know their lives are not as they seem, how they try to present it to others as great and fulfilling. Underneath the surface is brewing this hope and desire to take back and accept this aspect of themselves. As this inner hunger grows, they are gathering courage or summoning strength to do so. I think this strength is needed because they have to face becoming more of this black sheep, to move away from all of this again or for the first time, to move away from this power structure. And that's a daunting and scary thing. They may lose people or things that were providing for them. Though again, it's not really anything soul nourishing for this person. They could lose people that may be providing or giving some sort of financial help or gifts, or just lose those shallow connections that were the only company they had around and were appreciated as company for company's sake. But this person holds a lot of internal power. They don't need these things. What good is a silver bowl if you've got nothing to really nourish yourself or your life in it? Especially for someone capable of so much depth. Depth they keep hidden. For some, I'm hearing the phrase, still waters run deep. I get the sense for some that either a rare few really know this individual, or in some sad cases, no one knows truly the core of this individual, just their shell. With the butterflies I see, this person recently has made some changes, and although it feels a touch still hidden, they did some massive work or transformation on themselves. They may have changed a very big component in their life. With Fly High, this is a card of travel, so they may have moved or physically distanced themselves or are in the process of doing so in this search for deeper meaning. In all the times that I've used this deck, I've never before now noticed how red the hands are on this person in the card. With red, I'm thinking of the color red like on a stop sign. So perhaps this imagery symbolizes this king maybe now taking things into their own hands to stop this past pattern or lifestyle from continuing. And I'm actually now hearing with the red This is reminiscent of someone with extreme rope burn, potentially signaling that this person may have held on too strongly or tightly to these shallow things and people, whilst moving away at the same time, causing that rug burn effect. The universe kept or keeps urging them to move forward and to let go of this unsatisfactory or unfulfilling lifestyle. There is nothing there for you, they say. This actually may have been a forced transformation this person had to go through. The universe set it up that way to pull this person from this atmosphere. And again, for some, this may have been a forced move or travel. This person may have even had some metaphorical falls. I see that their knees are all red as well. So I get this person may have been pulled or dragged by the universe to really remove them from a superficial world. It just didn't fit them. For some, I hear someone is moving out of a location where others have a lot of control or say as to what they do. Roommates, friends, parents. With all of these butterflies on the Sovereign card in particular, they may have had so much control on this King of Cups person that they were trying to mold and transform this person in the way that they wanted them to be. This card, Mount Shasta here, this speaks to looking at one's origins, which this person is reflecting on their origins, family, and situations being the way that I had just described, and comparing it to a sense of a deeper, more spiritual origin that they feel they really came from. I sense this feeling like they don't feel as though they belong and might consider themselves feeling more of like a starseed and having origins from someplace else. A home that is elusive and just resides now in the depth of their nature. With these two cards, I'm hearing this person is currently on a road of ascension, like this girl ascending into the clouds, ascending of this mountain of consciousness represented by Mount Shasta. With this card as well, this person is connecting with a sacred place inside or is being drawn to locations that feel sacred or that bring out this sacred sensation within them. They may be physically visiting areas or locations where they feel safe to connect to this side of themselves, this intuitive, empathic, and tuned core within. For some, I'm seeing laying out in a field under a blanket of stars looking up, and for some others, I see being near bodies of water, being that sacred space. With solar plexus here, we see the assertiveness again, that message of summoning up this personal power and inner strength in order to say this past or present no longer serves them. Strength to embrace this, to stand in their power, no longer giving their power away, especially to those they lived with or closely near, even if that's an entire town or community or just a group of people they lived under the same roof with. Again, with vulnerability, it's that inner strength and power to be vulnerable, to feel this depth, this sought out, longed for connection, vulnerable to expose this more empathetic side, to draw in more substantial relationships and connections, breaking free of this world to discover and share the depths of their heart, raw truths and intuition. These spaces, people, energy around them now or in their recent past, if they've begun this separation, are definitely not spiritually in tuned or conscious, and it really stifled this person in really trying to squish themselves in a box, water this part of themselves down, or lower themselves or pretend to be spiritually unaware or unawake. They are now seeking people they can connect and communicate with on this higher, deeper level. Someone who will understand. This may have meant a divorce for some, or legal ramifications of leaving this realm behind that might have been quite painful and kind of still gnaws at them a bit. Just like with the rug burned hands, with some of these endings or partings, the door was never fully shut. There was still some access to connect through this metaphorical screen door. Limited yet visible interaction they were still clinging to, like this cat is clinging to this screen. But again, behind that is the hope for more meaning and depth with this moon. There is either one person already in their lives that they will be reconnecting more deeply with from their past, who is very unlike these others, or someone in the future will be coming in for this person. Either way, whoever this is, past or future, this person heals this King of Cups on every level. They are another awakened and aware individual who is again very healing when they communicate with one another. This other person, this healing energy, may have been the catalyst or the pivotal point which, upon meeting this person, is what woke this person up to the unsatisfactory nature of their world. Where this person connects on every level for the King of Cups, they were left starved or lacking in these other connections or environments, especially if this person is not currently in the King of Cups life for any reason at the moment. It created or deepened this void sensation in their world with others if distance or separation took place from whoever this was. The potential catalyst thing I see is also here in Heidke's door. This person they met being a catalyst in their past, or a person they may soon meet that opens the door to this deeper side of themselves. This may be or may have been their twin flame or a deeper level soulmate, a divine union as it says here in the card that came in and opened the door. Or this divine union could also be being drawn in once they let go of this no longer fitting familiar world toward embracing more of their spiritual, deeper side. So whether that was you, this King of Cups, or someone whom you know that resonated, that I was reading on, for you or your person's sake, I pray that you are able to break free, to find true peace, comfort, and that fulfilling connection. Try, though it may feel painful, to really release what no longer serves you. The resistance is just causing more pain and delay in moving toward deeper satisfaction. Allow yourself to step into this beautiful awakening. So that is your reading, sending you all my best with love and light. Have a wonderful rest of your day.